I am so excited that we are going to pod because now I can finish this freaking book.
I know. Wait. Okay, so we are finishing it. We're not leaving the very last section or something, or this is the very last section.
Okay, so we're podding up until section 7, self-reliance.
Oh my gosh, this is our last chance to make predictions.
This
Oh,
is this is the
so
last
much
checkpoint.
pressure.
I know.
Man.
I know. I I texted you as soon as we were done reading or podding last time. I just read the whole thing in one sitting.
I think I did too, or at least I read like one whole section or something. I know. Yeah, so I think we probably both read it pretty much the day after, but life has gotten busy, so now we're talking about it like 2 weeks after we've read it or something, right?
Yeah,
I
way
know.
too long.
All my predictions aren't as fresh.
So are we gonna do this thing?
Yeah, I think we gotta.
I don't think we have any bookalytics except that we did get our first person that we don't know. Love you, Anna, friend of the pod. Reader mail from F. Smith.
Whoa, number one fan for real.
Number one fan. Welcome to the tier. Highly exclusive. If you would like to join, you can send us an email.
Or comment lots of ways to to
Lots
enter
of
in.
ways. Yep, we love the engagement. F. Smith, do you want to read the email, Chrissy?
Yeah, I think she wouldn't mind, right?
I don't think so. Listen, if you guys write in, we're gonna read it. So
Yeah, let us know if you don't want us to read it. Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, it was a great email. We loved it. Okay, so F. Smith said, "Hello. I loved your podcast on the housemaid, and I've listened to it definitely more than once. That's impressive, honestly."
Honestly, same, girly girl.
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah. High quality.
I totally think you should read either the second housemaid book or maybe The Inmate. I've just started it and it's so good. I love the theories with the second housemaid book, though. Smiley face. Love your podcast. We love
Yes.
you. Thanks,
I
F. Smith.
know. So nice. We got that email. We were so excited.
I have it taped up on my fridge.
You do?
No, I don't have a
Oh.
printer. Make it my background.
That sounds like something you would do. So I was all in it. I was 100% in.
Maybe I'll transcribe it.
Uh,
But no,
well,
it made our day. What were you gonna say?
I was going to say F. Smith used a writing technique that I've never seen before, and I think I'm going to utilize
I
often.
loved it.
I loved it too. F. Smith, we love that you did this. We even responded saying how much we loved it. Is that the entire message is in the subject line. And I think that's the way it needs to be because it came on my phone, all bold, huge letters, letting you know how much you love the pod. And I was like, good. That's what I need.
That's the only way it can be written, really. I know. I love that too. We considered responding all in the subject line too, but we wrote like 8 paragraphs. So we wrote like 10 sentences on different
Yes.
lines. So
Yes.
it would be a little bit much for the subject line, but maybe we should have tried it.
I honestly, you know what? Maybe that was a missed opportunity. Maybe I should have just responded. I really liked it though. I just felt like very important email coming in. And it was the most important email we've had in a long, long time.
I think probably ever. Can you think of a
Probably
more important
ever.
one?
Only the one from Ani B,
Oh,
number
Anna,
one
yes.
fan.
Yeah,
Anna's
Anna
written
was
us
the
a
first
lot
important
of,
email.
yeah, she's written us a lot of lovely love letters. But
Number one fan.
yeah, I don't think we said this yet, but because of F. Smith's request, we are going to do the housemaid too.
Yeah, we sure are. Are we
Yep.
doing that one next?
I think we're going to do it next. So we had in our lineup, we the fox's tongue.
Um,
Is that what it's called?
yeah, Fox's Tongue and Kieran's Bone was on
Yep.
our lineup.
Mm-hmm.
Not as popular, but it came recommended by a friend. So
That is a self-published title, so I think it's a little bit smaller. I think that's why we couldn't find it in the library.
that makes it okay. Yeah. So Candy and I have gotten our public library cards to support the cause and to minimize how many books we buy. And guess what we found out? All the popular books are not available at the library. Who else uses the library? I don't know anyone else who goes to the library. Who is getting these books? Why are all
Yeah.
50 copies of The Housemaid? Why is there like people on the wait list for all 50 copies?
Well, so Chrissy's in Miami and I'm in Atlanta. And I was like, all right, F. Smith, we're not going to let you down. We're going to do it next. We're going to
Never.
rent the book. I go to look at the wait list. I was number 262. They said I could get it in 6 months.
Free F. Smith cannot wait that long.
No, we have to give the people what they want. So I'm going to have to do
Yeah.
Kindle Unlimited, get my free like trial, and we're going to have to pod that book in 30 days or less.
That's the way Housemaid should be read, though.
Yeah. In
Back
one
to back.
sitting.
Yeah, honestly.
Not enough
That
time to think about what's happening.
we did have a theory though that F. Smith, what if the F stands for Frieda?
Oh my God.
Frieda herself is emailing us saying, wow, love your predictions. Wish I had taken the book that direction. Let me know what you think about book 2. I'll keep it in consideration as I write book 3.
Okay. I love imagining that F. Smith is Frieda. And that's like her real name because she uses a pseudonym. So we don't know.
Yeah. Yeah. I think we can start calling her Frieda Smith now.
Frieda Smith. Yeah. Yeah. Oh my God. I would love that. I would have her on the pod and
Oh,
I
that
would
would be
say,
amazing.
yeah. Although we did kind of like trash her writing. So, but hopefully
She
she
loved
would
it.
lean in. Yeah. Hopefully she would lean in and be like, you know what? Yeah. But I write a good story
Yeah, she does.
because she does. And we've talked about it so much. So we've eaten our words.
Pretty much every episode since.
I know. And we're going back, baby.
Yeah, we are. Man.
Okay. Oh,
I guess this will be oh no, this will still be relevant when this comes out. Okay. Only other Bookalytics thing I would like to bring up is that we have polls after many of our episodes. And one of our
yeah.
polls has a contentious debate going on right now. It is
Mm-hmm.
on Addie LaRue, part 1. And the question is, would you make a deal with the devil so you wouldn't have to raise 6 kids?
Mm-hmm.
Options are yes or nah. Yes. Oh, and currently nah is winning
By one vote.
by 1 vote, neck and neck.
It was tied, and not like a normal tie of me and Chrissy plus one.
That's usually
This
what
is
it is.
that's usually what it is. It's me and Chrissy plus some.
Yeah. Plus 5.
Plus
I don't
five.
even
Wow.
I don't know 5 real life people who listen. No, just kidding. I guess I could, but they probably didn't vote in this.
But
The
yeah, so
people, yeah. Go vote.
vote, make your voices be heard. Let us know. We really enjoy seeing the different votes on the pod. It's just really fun to have the engagement.
Yeah, especially with this one because I am kind of curious what do people think? Because I feel like you were pretty certain that it's yes, and I was more on the fence.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So yeah, just wanted to plug the poll.
Yeah, and so I've been, like we all know, scouring the internets trying to get some cross promotional features. And I did find a new pod, their baby pod they just started. It's called the Shrimp Boat
Fun.
by Matthew Wadsworth Carter. And he basically kind of goes through and talks out recipes.
Oh,
And
that's fun.
yeah, it is fun. And it's like he just kind of talks about them. And the episodes are short, which is nice. You're talking about 5-10 minutes. He's just talking about the different recipes. So if you guys are interested, you want to know what to cook for dinner, or you want to learn something new, drop by.
That's fun. How did you find him?
He was on Reddit and he wanted to do a little cross promotion. And I said, sure.
Oh, that's awesome. Wow,
Yeah.
I love this.
Yeah. I know.
That's
It's a
so fun.
very cool pod.
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now. Oh, he even has a compilation episode. So you get 12
Yeah.
recipes all at once. Oh my gosh, what if we did a compilation episode? One whole book in one sitting, 10 hours.
Oh my God. Oh, we kind of have that with the playlists.
That's true. That's true.
That that's the closest we can get. I don't think anyone wants a compilation of our pods. Well, maybe they do. I don't know.
I don't know. Hard to say. Hard to say, especially since Spotify comes up with its own chapter names. And sometimes I don't know where it gets it from. I was looking at them today and there was one where I was like, what? We didn't even say any of those words. Our flower for Algernon ones. Those chapters are interesting. It goes intro, Algernon, Reaganomics, history of disability. Those ones, a lot of them were good. Oh, then one chapter is called Gray's Thoughts on the Realism of the CIA. What? I have no idea what that means.
Wait a minute.
Spotify misheard that one.
Gray's thoughts on the.
I can't even think what that was supposed to be.
I have a question for you. Oh, so um, there's a few references to like Adam and Eve. One is in the very beginning when Charlie is about to get a surgery. A nurse comes in and she's like, I don't know why they're doing this to you. It's like, it seems kind of like, they're making you eat the apple that Adam and Eve ate and like all these things. And then that nurse was removed from Charlie's floor. So we never saw it again. But later, Charlie.
All right, this might be.
I think he was reading Paradise Lost. And the quote that I pulled out said, it was evil when they saw they was naked and learned about lust and shame. And they was driven out of paradise.
Yeah, that's just you talking about the Bible, like you're apt to do.
My usual.
Chrissy's always trying to bring us to a place of Bible. Yeah, at it again. That had nothing to do with the CIA and everything to do with the GOD.
How misleading. I want to know about the realism of the CIA.
That's interesting.
Yeah, I don't know how it came up with that. Also, can I share with you another top fan?
Yeah.
Who we really need to shout out more. Lima El Khatib. She's the one who made our housemaid playlist. And I would love to hear from her. She has really made us go viral.
I know. That freaking playlist. How many saves does it have? 3,000 yet?
2,400.
2,400.
What?
Put that in perspective. We have 200 Spotify followers. So that's 10 times more followers than we have.
She should be on this podcast.
I know. We need to get that girly girl on here as head of marketing. We'll pay you nothing, but it sounds like you don't have to. She doesn't have to do a whole lot to bring in the people.
How did that happen? I have no idea.
I know. I'm out here shaking my goods trying to get a like or a follow. Nothing. She puts together a playlist and winner.
She adds the word audiobook.
That's it.
And everyone downloads.
Okay. Are we ready to talk about this book?
Yeah, I think we need to.
Okay.
Time to go. Well, welcome to Bookalicious, a podcast where two sisters chat about books. I'm Chrissy.
And I'm Candace.
And this is our penultimate episode of The God of the Woods by Liz Moore. This is our last chance to make predictions before we read it all next week and say, I was thinking that the whole time. Just never said it.
You're like, I didn't want to give it away.
That was my next guess, but we had already talked for 2 hours, so ran out of time. Okay, so we're starting with part 5, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Let me pull up my little summary over here. Okay, so we're starting with part 5. A recap mainly for us because we haven't talked about this in a second. Barbara has gone missing. Everyone's searching for her. The detectives are on site. We're kind of uncovering more about everyone's character, right? That's about where we are.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So part 5, is it called Survival?
Found.
Oh, yeah. Okay. We totally thought when we were dividing up all these chapters, Candy was like, well, we need to make sure, we don't read found right away because that's when we're going to find them. And joke's on us. We still have no idea what's going on in this mystery. We're on part
We found
6.
Tracy. Ugh.
Who cares? Just kidding. I like Tracy.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, so part 5, found. So in this section, we get a lot from Louise's perspective. She's at the detectives and she finds out that John Paul, her supposed fiance, has framed her for Barbara's supposed death. We hear her backstory with John Paul. We learn that he beat her once, and that's when she stayed with TJ in a cold January's night or whatever. But then John Paul came back and he apologized. So then Louise was like, yep, we're engaged. And she promised her younger brother, Jesse, that he could come live with Louise and TJ once they're married, and she'll rescue Jesse from their mom. But even Jesse is like, JP is bad news. So everyone sees it except Louise, unfortunately.
Louise knows it too.
Yeah, she does. I know. I'm like, I feel like Louise is too smart for this. Why is she still there?
I think the allure of the fast pass into a life of financial security is too tantalizing for her.
Yeah, that's right. She said, Dave Ramsey, this is it.
I know.
This is the way to get out of debt-free life. Okay. All right. So that's Louise. We also hear more from Judy, who's the detective or investigator working on the case to find Barbara. Judy talks to Tracy and finds some good details on Barbara sneaking out, and she puts out a warrant for John Paul's car. They find John Paul, and he's super drunk and high, and he has none else but a bag of bloody clothes in his trunk that belonged to Barbara. Whoa.
Oh my God.
That's
I have theories on this.
Oh, okay. So
we'll
I was
get
going to
there. We'll
ask
get
you.
there.
Okay. We'll get there.
Yeah. Keep going with your
Fine.
summary.
No, that was it. Right? Isn't that kind of the end?
Yes. Of 5.
Yeah.
Of part 5.
Unless you want to talk about all of it.
No. That's good. The only other part is that we're learning more about like the head detective who's kind of been in charge, and he's making some very questionable choices. In particular around Jacob Slitter.
Right. Slitter. And you're talking about, what's his name? It's not Denny Hayes. It's the other guy.
Yeah, it's Denny Hayes' boss. I underlined it. His name is like Shalon. Oh, La Rochelle.
Yeah. French or something. Like Ferrero Rocher.
Our little chocolate truffle, La Rochelle.
Exactly. What does he have to say?
Yeah, he's kind of like, I'm the only one who should be talking to the parents. He's like, we shouldn't be looking into Jacob Slitter. He's just like, no, not relevant. And so we're starting to see like something is weird is going on with that.
Right. And I think is it this section when Denny Hayes even like they try bringing this to the forefront and they're like, hey, we need to look into Jacob Slitter. Also, Bear's case shouldn't be closed. Like these two things could be related to each other. And yeah, La Rochelle, our chocolate truffle, he just shuts it down.
I love imagining him like just
a giant chocolate covered hazelnut.
Well, you know, like the M&Ms in the movies, the movie
Oh,
theater
with the arms and
commercials,
legs.
the arms and legs, but it's him. And he's just a, I don't even know how to say it. Ferrera Rocher,
Yeah, that
American
sounds right.
Ferrera. No, how do you say it? How do you say it?
I say Ferrero Rocher.
Yeah. He's one
I
of
don't
those little
know.
chocolate truffles with like little arms and legs, and he's just making bad choices.
That's so funny because I was imagining it different. I was imagining it like the Pumpkin King, where he's like a normal body but with a pumpkin on his head.
Oh.
But normal body but a Ferrero Rocher on his head.
Oh, that would be good too.
Oh, what a guy. Okay, so do you want to share theories you have about La Rochelle? Do you have any? What do you think all that means? What's that about?
Okay, so they in the next section, um, who's Judy's boss? What's the guy's name? You just said it.
Denny Hayes?
Denny Hayes. Denny is suspicious that the reason why he wants to make sure it's not Slitter and that Carl is blamed for Bear's disappearance and that there's no connection is because that was like the big case that got him his position and all of his like notoriety or I don't know, famousness in the police department.
Right.
So if it comes out that he didn't actually do a good job with that, then it kind of discredits him.
Right.
I am wondering if it goes even deeper than that and he was part of the first cover up for Bear and he's in bed with the Van Laars.
That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking the Van Laars, they know the truth behind Bear's disappearance. They're paying off. I want to keep calling McLaughlin, La Rochelle.
We'll just call him the chocolate truffle.
Yeah, I think that's better.
Our listeners will know.
Yeah, the true fans will know who the chocolate truffle is.
Yeah, so they paid off the chocolate truffle.
Yeah, so to keep all their secrets, that's why they'll only talk to him. They won't talk to any other detectives.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Is that too obvious?
I'm thinking Grandpa Peter 1. I don't know that he killed Bear per se, but I think he did something really bad. Like maybe he thought Bear was dead or something.
And try to like cover him up or something.
Pushed him down a cliff or something. Hooked him and he fell down and he thought he was dead. And then maybe Bear wakes up and stumbles off into the woods and gets raised like the Jungle Book, like we talked about last time. Like that could possibly be. But in his mind, he thinks that he killed Bear.
Oh, yeah,
so
that's a good thought.
Yeah, and they're bankers, so they probably have the mortgage to this guy's house or something. Or they approved him. Yeah, they approved him for a loan or something crazy that he shouldn't have gotten.
Okay, that's a good theory. Do you want to say more on that theory? Okay, because a thought that I had too was we learned that John Paul is like the godson of the Van Laars, something like that.
Yes.
And he doesn't seem to like be, I don't know, he doesn't seem to be doing anything with his life at the moment, right?
He is just waiting to become the heir to the bank.
To the bank. From the Van Laars, right?
Yes.
Right, exactly.
Because Bear is now gone.
Exactly. So you don't think they might be behind it?
Well, I said, so the line is, so this is Marnie, JP's sister. The Van Laars don't have a boy, not anymore, but we do in terms of who gets to take over the bank. And then I said motive to get rid of Bear. So there is possibility that JP Sr. got rid of Bear.
Yeah. But why? Okay, and if he did that, then the Van Laars weren't a part of it?
Possible.
Or could the McClellans have been able to hold something over the Van Laars to where they just removed Bear from the equation. Bear is still alive, but he's just gone. And the Van Laars were like, okay, fine.
It's possible that Peter 2 or Peter, I could see Peter 1, the grandpa and JP Sr. making a backroom deal that Peter 2 and Alice don't know about.
Oh, that's good.
I could see something like that. I don't see the parents going along with that, even if they had
Alice.
something big on them.
Alice, definitely not. I could potentially see Peter too going with it.
He seemed to like be so tickled that he has a boy, you know, and his son.
Yeah, like I feel like he would want his like line to continue, you know, like he wouldn't want it to go to someone else's family.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I think that could be a possible theory.
Okay. So with JP, John Paul, he's in a Trans Am, which I Googled it. It's like a muscle car, like a Mustang type of thing.
Great.
Why do you think the bloody clothes are in his car?
Okay. So some thoughts. One, this is kind of getting into the next section, but it's okay. I think I'm going to say it anyways. We learn in the next section about the camper's survival day. And we learn at one point that Barbara cuts herself on her leg, kind of on accident, but it gets kind of big. So she has a lot of blood and she ties it with a sweatshirt or whatever. Okay. One thought I had was that the clothes in John Paul's car might be from that day.
That's my thought. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And if Barbara is in cahoots with this whole thing and she, ran away on purpose and she was working with possibly Lee and John Paul so that they could cover it up for her. Maybe she gave them her bloody clothes and was like, hey, make it look like I died. But John Paul also has another motive and he's like, I want Luis in jail for whatever reason. So now he's framing it on Luis. So that's a thought I had.
So I'm 90% the same. I think if it's such that Barbara gave Lee the clothes to put in the Trans Am, could that be what was in the garbage bag that Lee had?
Could be.
Could be. I feel like they are setting up John Paul. And he's so drunk, like maybe Lee gave him something that would make him just wasted so that he doesn't even remember what he did. And he puts these clothes in the back of the trunk to frame him. But what they weren't expecting was the reverse Uno card and do it and say that it was Luis.
Oh, I could see that. Yeah. I could totally see. Oh, that's a good thought. Yeah, because I don't think Barbara would want Luis in trouble. That's totally a John Paul thing.
No. Now, if John Paul's family is the reason why Bear is gone, that would give Barbara good motive to try to get rid of them or get revenge, maybe.
Yes. Okay. So, all right. First question. Do you think Bear is alive?
Don't know, but I want to say yes.
Okay. Let's say if he is alive, do you think Barbara knows he's alive?
I think Barbara knows. She either knows what happened to him or she believes she knows what happened to him.
Okay, yes. I think Barbara wants Bear's case reopened. And that's part of why she's doing all of this.
Oh.
Yeah.
Sneaky sneak. Oh, I love that.
Yeah. So I think she wants his case reopened. Potentially she knows he's alive. Potentially they've been meeting in the woods. Potentially that's her boyfriend she talks about.
Bear?
Maybe. Yeah, like she says it's her boyfriend.
Quotes.
Yeah. But it's her brother.
Okay.
I don't know. What do you think about that?
That's interesting. if Bear is like full on Mowgli Jungle Book. He's like, I want to come back, but they think I'm dead. And so we need to like crack this case open before I can emerge from the woods. I could see it.
Why couldn't he just come back? Is it because it's still not safe for him because the people who did whatever to him to begin with are still there?
That's what I would think.
So that means Grandpa's still alive. I mean, all the same people are still alive except for Carl.
Yeah, like they're probably like if it were me and they try to take me out, I wouldn't be,
Just waltzing back in.
waltzing back in. Yeah, he needs to wait until it's safe and then he's going to come in and be like, "I own the bank now.
I'm the heir. I'm the captain."
It's like that's not how it works in business, but I'm gonna pretend like it does.
I've been raised by wolves for 15 years.
Yeah, I'm equipped for guerrilla marketing. Ugh. Okay, yeah, so I really believe that Lee put those bloody clothes. I think Barb stabbed herself on purpose
I think so.
to get all this blood. That's why she was like, "Oh no, no, I'm fine, I'm fine, I'm fine," even though she like hit her artery and she's literally bleeding out. I think TJ is in on it.
Okay, yes. Do you want to say more on that? Do you want to finish your prediction?
Well, maybe this comes up in the next section, but we find out that Barb would sneak out of the tent when they were camping and go into TJ's tent.
Yes. What do you think that's about?
Well, if what you're saying is right, they both want the case reopened because TJ knows something too. Now, maybe TJ's known all along and she told Barb, and that's where Barb got this information, and they're in cahoots.
I could see that. Okay. Well, so I probably should have just also summarized the second part, but I think we're basically going to summarize it with all of our predictions. So at the end of part, what, 6?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, at the end of part 6.
And of part 5.
Well, of
starting
the next
part
section.
6. Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm,
Yeah.
mm-hmm.
So at the end of part 6, who is it? Someone tells Judy, the detective, that she needs to go talk to Vic Hewitt, who is TJ's dad.
It is Carl's daughter.
Wait, no. It is Mrs. McClellan. What's her name? McClellan? It reminds me of McLello. But I couldn't say yellow.
Let me see.
Okay. Okay, no, Mrs. Van Laar. So the grandma. She says, let's see. She tells Judy to go interview Vic Hewitt. And she says, perhaps you should interview him. He's such an interesting man, and he'd like the company, no doubt. But it seems like she knows something. She knows that Vic Hewitt knows something important.
You see, I took that as total deflection. As like she knows, like it's clearly her husband who's the problem.
No. Clearly, her husband is the problem and she knows it, but she isn't able to say it because then she'll be dead.
Oh,
that's how I took it.
Interesting.
That's how I took it. So he knows what happened. He told TJ. TJ knows what happened. She tells Barbara. They come up with a plan to reopen Bear's case.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess any idea where Barbara is? I think she's in one of those cabin houses out in the woods. Potentially even TJ's cabin.
She might just be camping.
Cabin.
This girl knows.
How hilarious.
She knows how to take care of herself, from what it sounds like.
That's true.
She legit might just be camping. And they might have like a little storehouse stocked away for her. Hang out for a couple days.
Yeah.
It could literally just be that.
I feel like they would find her though. Maybe not.
I don't know. Not if the Van Laars are telling the police this girl just ran away. Don't look for her.
That's true.
You know what I'm
Well,
saying?
okay. So if the Van Lars aren't behind Barbara's disappearance, yeah, do they just not care?
I think they're over her and her theatrics. She's not going to take over the bank. And yeah, I think they're just like, whatever. She'll come back when she comes back.
Yeah, could be.
Okay. Let's So one other thing is that in the last section, we had the suitcase with the wet bikini
Mm,
in Barb's room.
yes.
And we learn either in this section or the next section that Tracy and Barb on one of one of like the first day, like the day before she disappears or something, they sneak into Barb's room
Right.
to get some stuff, and Barb realizes it's been painted.
Yes.
And someone said the walls still smelled like paint. I think it was Judy said that. So the
Okay.
paint has to be within the past couple of days.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
like it's just been paint. I guess what I was trying to say is like it's just been painted. So in order for Barb to have seen it, it was like right before she disappeared. But like
Okay.
what was the wet bikini?
Mm,
And how is it still wet?
I don't know. Yeah. Um, okay, do you think it's Barbara's bikini?
I think so.
She
But
could have stopped there again.
is someone staying in her room?
Right. I kind of thought that they might be because so many people are there visiting.
And they seemed so intent on painting everything before everyone got there.
Right. So, right. But I mean, it seems to be a big deal that there is a bikini in there, which makes me think
Well,
it's not just a guest.
you know what? Okay. So on page 242, when Alice is getting ready for the party, she got like all dressed up. This is important. It said she got her hair in a long, straight sheet down her back, freshly dyed to conceal the gray at her temples. That'll come up later. And then she also included two mini skirts and a bikini. And I
Oh, is it
said,
Alice's?
I'm wondering if it's Alice's. And I said, did Alice put that in Barb's room, hiding it from Peter?
Oh, I think that's a good. Oh, do you think she like went in the pool with somebody?
Maybe.
Or just in general, she didn't want to
Yeah. Like, I
be
don't
in a
know. Like
bikini?
maybe because Alice, she's a little kooky fried out there. So like maybe she's just like, I'm gonna go for a dip in the middle of the night.
Yeah. Okay. I think it's Alice's bikini. That's my most likely theory.
Yeah.
Do you think Alice like spends time in there? Do you think she's kind of feeling like, misses her kid, so she goes into Barbara's room like she did with Bears?
No, I think she goes in there because she knows no one else will go in there.
I think
I
you're
feel
right.
like.
Yeah. Okay. So when Barbara saw that her room was repainted, she was super, super upset. Do you think, do you think she knows what happened to Bear and she knows that her family's behind it? And now she thinks her family's trying to get rid of her? And
Wait,
now
say
that's
that
why she
again.
ran. Okay. So Barbara's really upset when she sees her room has been painted. Do
Hmm.
you think she sees that and she knows that her family is behind Bear's disappearance? So now she sees that her room's been repainted and she's like, are they trying to get rid of me? And that's why she runs away the next day.
It could be. That feels too housemaid for this book.
Yeah, it does.
It
You're
feels a
right.
little too housemaid, but I mean, I don't know. This family is psychotic.
Yeah. She was really upset.
She was really upset. Like, why was she so upset? I mean, maybe it's just as simple as like, this is what I've been painting my whole summer, and you just painted over it in pink. And that's like really irritating.
Right.
And maybe it's
Well,
not a clue and it's just a upset teenager.
right. Well, I think the artwork is definitely a clue because they find, I think, again, in the next section, they find Barbara's like sketchbook or something from school. And
Mm-hmm.
most of it is just normal doodles. But then there's this one page that is like really beautifully and carefully drawn out. And it's like a room and like chairs and a bed and whatever. And then there's this mural on the wall, but they can't make out what the like picture is because it's so small, but they're going to get people from the museum to like carefully remove the pink paint so they can see what's underneath it.
Yeah, maybe that's part of Barbara's plan to get this case reopened. And she like left like a big noticeable clue. Bear is here,
I
you know? And she left the
mhm.
lock on the door, and she was hoping when she went missing, they'd bust it open and they would see her big message. But she goes in
Mm,
and it's painted over.
mm.
Just another
I
cover up.
of course. Well, okay. I feel like though, if it said something like "bear is here," Alice would have had more of a reaction to it. She just seems like, gross," and then she paints over it.
I think Alice knows what happened to Bear.
Oh, do you think she's kind of been like brainwashed now to where when she saw that she was like,
She, yeah, she's full Nina Winchester. I even wrote housemaid vibes because Peter, too, he gets his doctor friend to pill her up.
"Oh yeah, that was housemaid vibes."
I think her brain is rotted. I
Poor
think she's had a
Alice.
psychotic break. I think maybe it's repressed, but I think she knows something, and that's why Peter, too, doesn't want her talking to anybody.
I bet you're right. So if she knows something, Peter must know something, which means that it must not be the grandpa behind it without him knowing. But why would they want to get rid of Bear?
See, I don't think they want to get rid of him, but why would they want no one to find out what happened?
Yeah, okay. I think that's a better question. Right. If the
Right?
grandpa did it, that would make sense.
Like they're trying to cover it up if it's the grandpa did it. But if it's the attorneys who did it,
The attorneys?
the McLennans, the
Oh,
McYellows,
the
the
McLaughlins.
McJellens, the McLaughlins,
McYellows.
the McYellows. Let me see.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so
Yeah. Could be the McYellows. Although I don't get how they would have done something, you know?
mhm.
And like would the McYellows have done it on purpose?
Yeah, I don't know.
Because that doesn't seem like the Van Lars would be okay to cover that up. But if it were somehow an accident and then the McYellows were like, hey, well, we're gonna cut you free lawyer service for life, they'd probably be like,
Mhm.
okay, sure.
I think what makes the most sense is Grandpa pushed Bear down the mountain, and it's all a cover up for Grandpa.
I think there's more layers to it. I think it's more thought out.
I think it should be, but if it's Grandpa pushed them down the mountain, it kind of fits everyone into place because the lawyers they're incentivized to cover it up because then their son gets to take over the bank.
Mm,
So they're in alignment to cover it up. That makes Peter too have it covered up. And then that makes Barbara want to blow the top on this thing.
yeah, I mean that does make a lot of sense.
That that feels like that is the cleanest explanation
Right.
that fits everything in together.
I think I'm kind of hoping though that there's a bigger twist.
I hope so too, but that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah. Okay. And so TJ and Vic Hewitt know about all this. So then they tell Barbara they're in cahoots. Barbara works with Lee, who just wants to get rid of the rich people to
Mm-hmm.
frame John Paul by putting her bloody clothes in his trunk. But then
Mm-hmm.
he reverse Uno and
Well,
blames Luis.
TJ has a reason to hate John Paul because he beat up Luis.
Right. Yeah, that makes sense.
And I think that would be enough for Barbara to be like, this is another horrible person. Let's throw him in jail.
Yeah.
And Lee, I'm sure, gets treated like garbage from John
Yeah.
Paul as well. Has no problem sending him away.
Right.
And I
Okay.
bet Barbara agreed to pay him off somehow.
Oh, yeah. I could see all that happening. Okay, so do you still think Barbara and Lee are dating?
I think they're co-conspirators minimum, potentially dating or air quotes dating
And
for
Barb.
this cahoots.
Oh, I see. Yeah,
Like, that's my
yeah.
boyfriend, but not
Well,
really.
okay. So, but we learn later in the next section today that Barbara has been sneaking out to TJ's cabin every night.
Mhm.
That's a secret that we learned from Tracy.
Oh, I thought it was just the tent.
She went during the tent, but we also find out it's like every night, right?
Every night for the tent, I thought.
I think every oh, I thought it was I don't know. Let's see. Okay, I also just found a line where Tracy and Lou and Barbara are walking back from the house when they saw that the room was
Mhm.
painted pink, and Barbara brought a bag, and Tracy said, "Hey Barbara, what did you bring back in that bag?" And Barbara goes, "What bag?" That's totally where she put her clothes, right?
Oh, yeah.
Hmm. Okay. I'm trying to find the part where Judita's talking to TJ. Okay, no. Remember, it was little Christopher, the little boy. Okay, this is the line.
Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah. Say it.
So the line, Judy is talking to TJ, and she says quietly, directly, "We have an eyewitness willing to testify that they saw Barbara going into your cabin in the middle of the night, every night."
Mhm.
And so the little boy Christopher, who I think was scared of the dark or something, I guess he
Yeah.
was up
Mhm.
every night. But I think Christopher really did see that.
Yeah. Yeah. I think Barbara and TJ, like you said, they're trying to blow the top on this thing. Get Bear's case reopened, whether he's alive or dead.
Okay. And so do you think TJ is the boyfriend? Like, she was like, "Oh, I'm seeing my boyfriend," but actually she was seeing TJ.
I think it's really Lee.
Yeah.
I still feel like it's Lee. I feel like he just fits the part. I just feel like Lee has to be in on it. I mean, maybe not, but I feel
No,
like it's
Lee's in.
TJ. I feel like it's TJ, Barb, and Lee. They're in on it. Another thing I wanted to point out is, Tracy or they said, what is her name? Scary Mary or whoever, the ghost.
Oh yeah.
I think that's Alice in her drunken stupors walking around in her nightgown looking for Bear.
Oh.
Because they talk
Ooh,
about how
that's
she died.
spooky.
Yeah, I know. Because they talk about how she dyed her hair and it was like white, but she dyed it.
Alice did?
Yeah. I highlighted it. Like
Oh, I
when
don't
she's
remember
getting
that.
ready for the party, it's like, oh, she has graying on her temples, but she dyed her hair, her long straight hair.
Yeah,
And she
she dyed
dyed
it
it like
gray?
she dyed it blonde, but it was
Oh,
gray.
yeah.
She
Okay.
dyed the grays
Yes.
out. So I'm thinking she looked like a little, and they talk about how she's so sickly thin and tiny, and she just sounds like a ghost.
Yeah. Oh, ooh, spooky.
Yeah. So I think Scary Mary is Alice walking around looking for Bear.
Okay. Yeah, I like that. I think that's right.
Hmm. Yeah, I felt really good about that one. I also think that the part of the reason why Luis is getting blamed for this is a little bit of like a literary device of just showing, I think we talked about this last time, just the townies constantly getting blamed for
Yeah.
these rich people problems.
Yeah. And then the townies try to reverse it on John Paul, but then he reverses it back.
Hmm. Oh, remember? Okay, so Judy went into she was like, oh, what about these barn houses? No one's looked in here. And then she
Yes.
heard these sounds and then people disappeared.
Yes. Okay. What do you think that was?
I think that's either Bear or Barbara living in there. Maybe that's where they're like hiding out.
Or Jacob Slitter?
Could be him. I think he is a total red herring.
Oh, you think so?
I I don't know how he would come into play.
Do you think he's related to TJ? He's like one of the Hewitts relatives.
Wouldn't that be so funny? And TJ's like, I'm gonna get you guys for taking our woods.
Destroy the beast from the inside.
Yeah, yeah.
I
That would be kind of crazy.
don't think he's a total red herring.
Okay, you think he gets put into here?
Yeah. I think there's some connection. Potentially he is a relative of the Hewitts.
Hmm.
And that's another reason the Hewitts don't like the Van Lars.
I could see that. I could see that for sure.
But yeah, I also thought Barbara and or Bear was living in that cat. It was actually a slaughterhouse, I think, that she had walked into.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah. So yeah, my thought was that Barbara was camping out there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my thought.
Hmm. I wrote this down after page 359. It was like it's Christopher's mom, who was basically like, TJ's a lesbian, therefore she must have kidnapped Barbara and has her in like a sex dungeon.
Oh my gosh.
She says, if I had seen the camp director in advance, I might have had second thoughts, especially if I had a daughter. Do you understand what I mean? She's talking about TJ because she cut her hair and she looks like a lesbian. So she's like, I can't have my daughter in that camp. She's going to get attacked. And I said, maybe TJ found Bear and hid him and is now hiding Barb, used the bloody cloth to frame JP and run off with Louise, her girlfriend.
What a twist. But do you think TJ posted the bail for Luis? Because someone bailed Luis
Definitely.
out.
Oh, I wrote that down. I think she did bail out
Oh, I
Louise.
didn't think about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, could be.
I think that's the only person.
Okay, so another note on TJ. So when Barbara cuts her leg, she isn't
Mhm.
able to go out and see her quote boyfriend that night.
Mhm.
And Tracy says, "Is it all right that you don't?" And Barbara says, "Probably not. It's probably not all right." So who is she seeing? Why is it not all right that she can't see them? Is it TJ? John Paul? Lee?
I think it has to be.
Bear?
Now, what if her quote boyfriend is John Paul and she's like playing with him? Because we find out that John Paul likes little girls from
We do?
Luis's, yeah. Well, not little, but like
Oh.
underage girls. He likes underage
Okay.
girls because he has like a college party and Luis goes there and some of the people in attendance are from her camp and they're like 15 and 16 years old.
Okay. Yes.
And Barbara's
that's right.
like 13 or 14.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
I mean, she's entering the territory of JP might find her a suitable candidate.
Ugh. Yeah.
I know. Gross. So maybe Barbara's like setting him up kind of and
that'd
like
be a twist.
playing into it a little bit. And maybe she's worried that if he doesn't show up, he's gonna lose it on Luis or Lee or somebody else. I could see something like that.
Oh, if she doesn't show up, he's going to just be upset at whoever he sees next.
Yeah.
Oh, could be.
But my thought was when I read that was that she needs to go see Bear and give him food.
Yes. Okay. I had that thought too.
But I don't know why Bear would need food from Barbara now when he's been living out there for 10 years.
I know. I mean, that's true. He needs the good camp food. He's been eating berries for 10 years. He's malnourished.
Mm-hmm. I also wrote, what made TJ cut her hair? I really just feel like that's super important. And I said, TJ has motive to frame JP / the Van Lars for Barb's disappearance. She could have been the person to hire Lee to move Barb's clothes. But that's kind of pretty much what we've been saying.
Yeah.
Like kind of just framing them.
Yeah. Okay, I have a few other questions too. So, okay, well, one is that Judy meets, I forget his name. It's someone, Bob. She meets Bob, who owns the motel that she stays in that one random day.
Mm-hmm.
Any thoughts on that? She meets him and she also meets Carl's daughter.
Yes. So what I took from that is basically in terms of Bear's disappearance, what is like anyone outside the town and the rich people think that Carl, one of the townies, killed Bear. But Carl died before he could be convicted.
Okay.
The townies all think that Peter One, Grandpa, killed Bear. So, and they think that like it's like these rich people taking advantage of the poor people.
Yeah.
Even after the poor people went out of their way to help them look for Bear, do all these things, be so kind, even when like they don't have like the means to take time off of work, they did it. And then they, the Van Lars pin it on a townie.
Yeah. Okay.
So that's what I took it from that, is just to kind of get like, okay, there are two sides of this story, depending on who you ask.
Yeah.
I think it's super crazy, though, that Carl's daughter works for the Van Lars, though. That is like...
Apparently there's no other option. But yeah, she seems to be very convinced that they are very evil people.
Well, you know what's funny is that when she said her name was Jeannie, I was like, Jeannie? I know Jeannie. And I flipped back all the way and I was like, this is Carl's daughter. And then the next page, she says, I'm Carl's daughter. And I'm like,
so all that extra sleuthing for nothing.
I know.
Wow, you were on it though. I didn't pick up on that.
Girl, I feel like I'm a scholar with this book.
That's so funny. Okay, my other question is, why do you think John Paul is stringing Luis along? Because for years they've been engaged, apparently.
I think he's just a jerk and he doesn't care about her. And
you don't think there's a larger plan?
No.
Okay.
I think he doesn't even think about her until he wants something from her.
Well, that's probably true. Okay. But could it be possible that he got her the job at the camp having this grand scheme, or his dad had this grand scheme ahead of time of not only is Bear not going to inherit anything, Barbara isn't going to inherit anything either. We also have a son and daughter, JP and Marnie, and they're going to be the Van Laar's kids too and inherit everything.
I could see that happening if Peter too said, hey, I know we said the boy JP should get the bank, but you know what? It's 1970. Women have rights. Forgot about it. But my daughter can actually run the bank. So I don't know why we need to have your son do it.
Yeah, that's true.
Then I could see that happening.
I don't see Peter saying that though.
I don't see Peter saying that either. The flip side is that if that was Peter's thing, he's like, oh, I don't have a son, so they can't take over the bank. I feel like he would just keep trying to make Alice produce a boy.
Right. I don't know why they didn't have another kid. Right?
Yeah, which makes me think that he's like, we told him that, but whatever. We'll just give it to Barb when the time comes.
Oh, okay.
And he's just like, whatever.
Yeah. I think it's so strange though that he's not even trying to like, train Barb in any way to take over the bank. Like he just pays her no attention, it seems like.
Yeah.
Huh.
The police force, they are basically starting to mutiny against Ferrer Rocher.
Yeah.
Because they're like, he's making some bad choices.
Yeah. I mean, you definitely do see, like, to your point of like the townies taking the fall for everything, of like the
Yeah.
rich people just getting away with everything. Because it's like,
Yeah.
yeah, okay, this detective is not, he's missing a lot of things and no one's keeping him accountable. Also, John Paul was found drunk and high driving a vehicle with bloody clothes in the back. And he says, oh, it was Luis. And they're like, oh, okay. And then
Yeah.
you're like, what?
Yeah. I know. I feel so bad for Luis. All right. Do you think Delphine has the kids?
No, I think they're like in the woods or something.
Okay. What if Peter 1 pushes Bear down the mountain in
Okay.
a fit of rage?
Into Delphine's arms.
Almost. Pushes him down. He thinks he's dead. He
Okay.
freaks out. He goes back and he's like, we need to stage a cover up. Meanwhile, Tessie Joe's looking for him. She finds him. And she's like, you are not going back there.
Whoa.
She takes in Bear and she calls up Auntie Delphine. And she says, I need you to whisk Bear away and make sure that he isn't raised by wolves, Jungle Book style. But he goes to school so he can take over the bank when the time is right. And so Auntie Delphine has Bear. She's been training him. Every day he's doing finances, accounting.
It's arithmetic.
He is doing taxes. He can't stop himself. Every day training. Now he's ready to emerge to take over the bank. But he needs to take down the people running the bank. So they have to do one fail swoop and knock all these pins down. So they work with Barb to set this whole plan in motion, pop the case back open, get Grandpa thrown away in jail, plus everyone who's part of the cover-up.
Oh, I think that's a really good theory.
Yep.
Oh, wow. Okay. And so the Van Laars, when Grandpa wanted to cover it up, they went to the McLellans and they were like, hey, you need to cover this up for us. We'll give you a discount at the bank or whatever. And we'll let JP be the inheritor
of the
all of our
bank.
stuff of the bank. Yep. And they were like, deal. Okay. Yeah. So that's how they're involved. Got it.
Yeah. So now they're all kind of in the lie. So they all have a lot of reasons for the lie to not work.
Going. Oh, yeah. That's a
or for the lie to keep idea. Going. Yeah. And I think Luis is just a convenient person to play reverse Uno card on.
Do you think that's why John Paul kept her around?
To blame her for things?
Yeah.
Probably.
Like, should the time come?
Yeah, literally. She's my get out of jail free card because I'll just put her in
Yeah.
there. Nina
Oh my-
Winchester style.
Yes, a little switcheroo.
And she's just a poor little townie.
She won't know the difference.
She'll be so happy she has such a big room with a window.
3 meals a day.
3 squares.
You're welcome.
Yeah. Better than that dump you were living in. I feel really good about that.
I actually do too. I do too. I feel like that has enough layers to where I'd be satisfied. Okay, one thing I'd like to add is that TJ, when she found Bear, she brought him to Vic, which is how Vic Hewitt knows so much. And so he's in on this too. I still think Jacob Slitter isn't just a red herring. I'm going to say he's still related to TJ and them. Who are other holes that we haven't filled in yet? Maybe that fills in everybody.
I feel like that would get pretty much everyone. The only loose ends would be Alice. How much does she know?
Yeah.
Because it seems like she knows something, because that's why they're keeping her all pilled up.
I think she overheard something one day.
Yeah.
And
I
then
could see that.
Yeah, and then John Paul, or no, what's his face? Peter immediately ordered her a bunch of pills to erase her memory and think she was hallucinating. But yeah, no, she definitely actually knows things. Do you think, okay, so in one of the last sections, it had ended with Delphine visiting Alice in the psychiatric center and Delphine saying, "I'm sorry," and then it ends.
Yeah, we talked about that. She's sorry because she has Bear.
Okay, so you still think that's what it's about? I wasn't
What
sure
do you
if
think?
Well, I don't know. I wasn't sure if maybe she got sent to the psychiatric unit because that's when she overheard the Van Lars saying, "Oh, remember when I accidentally kicked Bear down a mountain?"
Remember that time I pushed that little boy down the mountain? And Alice was like, "What? What are you guys talking about?" And they're like,
No.
"To the asylum."
Yeah. Our plan, it's been foiled. Okay. And Delphine knows about this. So that's why she says, "I'm sorry," because she knows the truth.
Okay, so either Auntie Delphine has Bear and Barbara, or she had a tryst with Peter.
What does a tryst mean?
You know.
I haven't heard that word.
A tryst?
No.
You read too many Bible books.
Tryst?
An agreement as between lovers to meet.
Agreement. Is that an actual word?
Yeah, TRYST. That's it.
Interesting. Well, there's also tryst.link.com. Find a companion for that intimate rendezvous you've been dreaming about on the fastest growing independent escort directory. Directory. Oh no.
See?
Find
Yeah.
independent
That's what I'm
escorts.
saying. That's what I'm saying. Auntie Delphine and Uncle Peter. That's the other thing that I could see, is that she's been,
Okay.
I don't know.
Oh, you think Delphine? No, I don't think so.
I could just see them having like a chemistry if they hate each other so much that sometimes they just have to have these meetups.
Release all their passion. Yeah, okay. Potentially. Okay. one other thing. We find out we find out from Denny Hayes that Lee Towson has been incarcerated for statutory rape, which means it was intercourse with a girl 16 years of age or younger.
Barbara.
That change anything? You think? I don't think so. I don't think even the Van Laars would hire Lee if he had been. I mean, maybe they just have no idea who's even working for them. That's very likely.
If he's Barb's boyfriend, she's under the age of 16.
But that would have been years ago. Probably at least 1 year ago.
When was she in school? And that boy was in her room.
I guess so, but
that would have been hard. That would have been hard.
Yeah.
And then her parents would have known about it.
Right.
They would have had to have known about it.
Right. If he got convicted, they would have had to.
I could see JP, John Paul, having the tryst with the young girl and throwing Lee under the bus.
You're totally right. That's what happened.
And that's why Lee is like, I am going to put these bloody clothes in your trunk.
Yeah, I'm going to beat you up too.
I'm going to steal your fake fiance that you don't care about. I'm going to beat you to a pulp. I'm going to give you rugs so that you are completely blackout. I'm going to stuff your car with these bloody rags. And I'm just going to laugh. And then he sees Luis is in jail and John Paul.
None the wiser that any of this has happened.
And Lee's like, oh my God, I just put my own girlfriend in jail.
Those rich people got me again.
Yeah, I feel like maybe that's what it is.
Yeah, okay. I could see that.
I like that. That feels good.
Yeah. Okay, I don't really have many other things, but one question I had was the detectives are now meeting at TJ's cabin. Where is TJ living? Is she living in the slaughterhouse with Bear and Barbara?
They literally kicked her out. I read that and I was like, this is crazy. Her dad has Alzheimer's and needs to be carried into the bathroom. And they're just like, bye, TJ.
Yeah, we need this place.
Yeah, we're just gonna leave your dad in the bed. We'll call you in every so often so that you can like clean him up.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that was crazy.
Disrespect. And there's all of these empty cabins now because all the kids are gone.
I know, there's so many places.
But they're like, TJ, we need your house.
Yeah.
That it hasn't been redecorated. One. Yeah, it's the only one. It hasn't been redecorated since World War II, but we really want to be here.
Oh my gosh. The Van Laars have 20 empty rooms in their house, but can't inconvenience them.
No.
They're going through a hard time.
Yeah, they're going through a hard time not looking for their daughter.
It's hard work. Being neglectful. Negligent.
We have to keep pretending we care. It's exhausting.
Okay.
Let's see. Anything else? Because I'm going to finish this book tonight.
I know. That's why we got to say all of our predictions. Okay. We do get some chapters about Jacob. Jacob was in a house and then the police come. Think that's important? What's going to happen next with him?
I think they'll probably interrogate him. I think they're going to interrogate him and find out that he was nowhere near Bear. He was killing someone else when Bear disappeared.
But what about Barbara? He was killing someone else. I remember that night. That was a girl. It wasn't a boy.
I feel like we're gonna find out that Jacob Slater had nothing to do with it. and he's going to have a rock solid alibi that will probably convict him of a different crime. Because I don't think he's an innocent person. I think he's very guilty, but I don't think he took Bear because I think Grandpa pushed him down the mountain.
You don't think Jacob could have possibly witnessed it? I could see that happening. Jacob
Oh,
witnesses
okay.
it, and Grandpa frames him for a million murders.
Mm,
I could see that.
maybe like Grandpa pushes him. He thinks Bear's dead. He goes to like dispose of the body in the woods. He finds Jacob's litter and he says, "How serendipitous."
A serial killer, just when I needed one.
Just when I needed one. Perfect. Here's a body. Here's a pack of gold coins. I just keep them on my person. I'm a banker. Take this and do away with it. And I'm going to tell the media it's you. And then it turns out he's like, "Oh my God, I didn't even need to spend the money because everyone thinks it's Carl." He's like, "How convenient." Perfect. And so now he's like, okay. But then Jacob's litter, he's like, "I actually didn't kill anybody. I've been framed this whole time." So then he finds TJ and he's like, "This kid's actually alive." And then TJ takes Bear to Auntie Delphine to go do his accounting and his arithmetic every day.
Do his apprenticeship.
His banker training. Yeah. That's the only way I could see that fitting in.
I could see how serendipitous. A serial killer.
Like, you know what? It's like, you know what I need right now? I need someone who's a murderer. And who do I find in these woods? God provides.
That's what Alice overheard before they sent her off to the psych ward.
Oh my God.
I said, "Excuse me?" Okay, I kind of think though that Jacob is the one that helped Tracy get back to the camp. Do you think that's possible? Or is that just what they want us to think? Was it actually Bear who pointed her back?
I think it's Jacob or Bear. It probably makes more sense that it's Jacob. I want it to be Bear,
Yes.
but I feel like it makes more sense that it's Jacob's litter.
But she definitely wants us to think it's Jacob, which is what makes me think it's Bear. Just like she wants us to think the McClellans are behind it, but it's someone else.
It's Grandpa.
Grandpa. Is there any chance Vic Hewitt is behind it?
Zero.
Zero.
If he's behind it, I'm going to be blown away.
I know, because it sounds like he knows something. Tessie Joe, the night Bear was missing, she came back from the woods. She was all like startled and like, maybe she saw her dad do something.
She saw Jacob's litter with the dead little boy.
Oh my
God. And
gosh.
he's like, he's still alive. Take care of him. He's like, I'm a serial killer. And he's like, and I know that family's bad news. He's like, that's how you know it's legit. He's like, don't trust those people. He's like, they scared me.
That grandpa, he's evil.
He's evil.
Did some bad things. Okay. So last section. Do you want to give a what? No, I was gonna say for the next section. Like as in that
I thought
last
you were going to
section.
summarize the last section. I was like, we haven't finished talking about it.
I feel like we've probably said everything. What's your 30-second summary of what's going to happen in the rest of this book?
I think I mean, obviously the plot is gonna unfold. We're gonna tie up these loose ends. I think we're gonna get some like look backsies of,
Okay.
oh, Scary Mary was Alice, and oh, the wet bikini was Alice, and and oh, Barb wrote a secret message in the mural, and all these things, and it's all gonna come together. And I hope that the Van Laars slash McYellows get their just desserts finally. And maybe what it ends with is their little house getting burned to the ground. Maybe that's what Jacob Slitter does. If anything, he burns that thing to the ground. He's like, you took my woods, I'm going to take your house.
Whoa, that would kind of make a lot of sense. They take down the woods, they take down the house. Yeah.
Yeah.
I could see that.
Yeah, because they're so obsessed with that freaking house. That thing needs to be blown up.
They are. Okay, yeah, the last section is called self-reliance. It could be that the slaughterhouse has become Barbara and Bear's new self-reliance.
Oh my God. Is it just the one section?
I think so.
Wow.
But it's like, let's see.
It's a meaty one.
It's 100 pages.
Okay.
Some of the other ones have been like 30 or 50 or 60 pages.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is the longest section.
Yeah.
Got a lot to unfold here.
Yeah. All right, what's your 30-second?
Okay. I like the theories that we've come up with. I'm trying to think about like how is justice going to be served? Are they going to be carried off to jail? Like, I don't know if I really see that.
They'll burn up in that house alive.
Oh my gosh.
Slitter locks the doors and the windows.
Okay,
paints them shut.
Paints it all pink. Oh yeah, this pink paint stuff. Maybe Barbara's leaving a trail of pink paint or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I could see John Paul Jr. going to jail.
He needs to.
Yeah, I mean, they maybe all need to. I could see Alice finally being freed from John Paul Sr. She's reunited with Delphine. She's able to go to college. Barbara and Bear come back. They're both alive. And maybe they live with Delphine and with Alice.
I don't think Alice would ever forgive Delphine if she was hiding Bear all this time.
I mean, that's pretty bad.
That's not gonna, no. I think Alice's brain is riddled with cocaine and drug holes at this point.
Oh, poor Alice.
I know. She ain't right.
Yeah. I want her to get a second chance.
I do too, but I kind of feel like it's too late for her.
Aw, Alice.
I know.
Okay,
I
and
could
the
see
God
that.
of the Woods. Yeah, I could see those things. Is anyone going to be revealed like as the God of the Woods? Jacob, Bear.
Either Jacob or Bear.
Yeah. I think so too. I don't know if I have anything else. But I just feel like we haven't solved it yet, but we need to end this at some point.
I know.
I think we've
need
kind
to
of
read
said all
it.
we can.
I feel like we have some pretty good theories. I think we're circling the drain. I think it's gonna come together and it's gonna be pretty close to the last thing we said. I felt really good about Lee getting framed for the assault that JP did.
Right.
And that's why he's setting up JP. I really liked your idea of them trying to open up Bear's case.
Yeah.
And I think it's going to end with that house burning down.
Yeah, I think you're exactly right. I think that's a good theory. I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey.
Well, we're going to read this, and the next time we meet up, we're going to talk about it.
We'll know the answers.
I can't wait.
I know. It's been so long.
All right. Well, let's sign off.
Oh, yeah. Let's do our little outro.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, all right. Thank you for joining us for this second to last episode of God of the Woods. Let us know what your predictions are. Email us, bookalicious.pod@gmail.com. Leave a comment, leave a review, follow us, do all the things.
Fill out a poll. Tell a
Mhm.
friend.
Yeah. Fill out all the
That's
polls,
it.
even if you haven't listened to the episode. Just look at them and take a guess.
You know what? You have to listen to at least a little bit of it. Otherwise, the polls won't show.
Really?
Spotify is very sophisticated. Because I
Hmm.
tried to fill out a poll. Because I've already listened to all of them. I did them. So I know them. But they were like, no, you have to listen to it. So I was like, okay, fine. I'll listen to it. And then I could fill it out.
Okay, well, there you go. Listen to it a little bit.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, but we will see you next time when we wrap up this impossible to solve mystery.
I know. I felt better about our housemaid theories.
I felt really good about the housemaid, and we were so wrong.
We were super wrong. But
We were
F.
super
Smith
wrong.
emailed us and herself. She said, I'm Frieda. And I wish I had taken your predictions.
She wants us to keep recapping her book so that she can start getting ideas for new ones.
Exactly. I
I
know.
love that.
Oh my gosh. Well,
all right, girly girl.
all right. Well, happy reading.
Yes. See you next time.
Love you.
Love
Bye.
you. Bye.